Welcome to Storytime English, where stories help you speak better English every day.
In the middle of the city, where people walked, cars honked, and people talked, there was a secret world. It was a world where shadows moved quietly, where life was hard, and where love could be found in strange places. This was the story of a mother cat. Even though the streets were tough, she still hoped for her babies. She was ready to do anything to find them a better home. One cool evening in autumn, the sun was going down. In a narrow street between two big trash cans, a small kitten cried softly. It was all alone, shaking in the dark, with big, scared eyes. But this kitten wasn't really alone. In the shadows, a pair of eyes watched everything. A nice woman was walking home from her job. She noticed little things, the trees moving in the wind, the sound of a bird singing, and the quiet crying of a small animal that needed help. As she walked past a narrow street, she heard a soft, sad sound of a kitten. Her heart felt bad. She turned and looked into the dark, trying to find where the small voice was coming from. She saw the little kitten near the trash cans. It was so small and helpless. She quickly got down on her knees and picked up the shaking kitten with her gentle hands. The kitten felt the warmth and kindness of the woman and started to purr instead of crying. The woman smiled. Her heart felt happy in a way she hadn't felt for a long time. She decided right then to take the kitten home and give it the love and care it needed so much. As the woman stood up and walked away, she didn't see the eyes that were still watching her. The mother cat, who was really taking care of the kitten, had seen everything. She had watched the woman do everything. Every little thing. She had seen the kindness in her eyes and the gentle way she touched the kitten. For the first time in a long time, the mother cat felt something new inside her. Hope. Days went by, and the mother cat stayed in the shadows, watching the woman and her kitten. She saw how the woman took care of her baby, feeding it, bathing it, and holding it in her arms. She saw the love that grew between them. A love that was strong and real. The mother cat knew, deep inside, that this woman could be trusted. But she also knew that she had other kittens, and the streets were too dangerous for them. One evening, the mother cat did something. As the woman opened the door to her home, the cat went inside very quickly and quietly. The woman was surprised but not scared. She knew the cat right away. It was the mother of the kitten she had saved. Her heart felt full of kindness, and she knew what she had to do. The woman took the mother cat to the bathroom and washed the dirt and grime off her. The cat let her, knowing the woman meant no harm. But as soon as the bath was over, the mother cat ran out of the room, going to the door and meowing loudly as if to say, "Come with me." The woman was confused but felt a strong urge to follow the cat. She got her coat and quickly went after her, down the stairs of the old building. Her footsteps made a noise in the stairwell. The mother cat walked quickly, with a steady and determined pace. When they got to the third floor, the cat stopped, her ears moving at the sound of a soft meow. The woman stopped and listened carefully. She heard it too. A soft, sad meowing coming from somewhere near. She looked around, trying to find the tiny kitten. Finally, she saw it. A small kitten hiding in a small space by the stairs, with big, scared eyes. The mother cat watched the woman go to her second kitten. Her heart was beating fast with hope and worry. The woman reached out and carefully picked up the little one, holding it in her arms, just like she did with the first one. The kitten felt the warmth and safety of the woman and cuddled closer, purring softly against her chest. The mother cat made a soft, happy sound, but she knew they still had more to do. She turned and started to walk again, going down the stairs faster this time. The woman, now understanding how important it was, followed her without thinking twice. They went down to the dark parking lot under the building. The ground was cold, and the air smelled like oil and gasoline. The mother cat took the woman to a dark corner where the shadows were deepest. There, hidden among the trash, was another kitten. This one was even smaller than the others, curled up behind an old empty juice box. The woman felt very sad when she saw the kitten. She knelt down and reached out to the third kitten, her hands shaking with emotion. The kitten opened its eyes and made a weak, sad sound. The woman carefully picked it up and held it close, her tears mixing with the kitten's soft fur. The mother cat watched carefully, her eyes never leaving the woman's face. She had given this stranger the lives of her babies, and now she felt something she hadn't felt in a long time: relief. But there was still one more place to go, one more life to save. The mother cat started to walk again, but this time she was slower, as if the journey was tiring her. The woman followed, her heart beating fast with excitement. They went to the first floor, and the cold, hard tiles made a noise as they walked. The mother cat stopped at the entrance to the basement, her eyes looking into the darkness. She hesitated for a moment, as if gathering her strength, before taking the woman down the narrow stairs. The basement was cold and wet, and the air smelled musty. The woman's breath stopped as she followed the cat into the darkness, her heart beating fast with fear and hope. At the end of the basement, behind some old, broken furniture, was the last kitten. It was the smallest of all, shaking in the cold. The mother cat went to her last baby and gently touched it, purring softly. The kitten opened its eyes and made a soft, sad sound. The woman, with tears running down her face, knelt down and reached out to the kitten. She carefully picked it up from its hiding place and held it in her arms with the others. The kitten cuddled close, its tiny body shaking with cold and fear. The mother cat watched the woman closely, her eyes full of trust and thanks. She had done it. She had found a safe place for all her babies. And now she could rest, knowing that her little ones were in good hands. The woman, feeling many emotions, gathered all the kittens in her arms and stood up. She looked down at the mother cat, who was sitting at her feet, her eyes full of a quiet strength. The woman smiled through her tears, nodding as if to say, "I'll take care of them, I promise." Together, they went back up the stairs, the mother cat walking beside the woman. The journey had been long and hard, but it was over now. The mother cat had found a safe home for her kittens, and in doing so, she had found a place in the woman's heart. This was not just a story about surviving. It was a story about love, trust, and the strong bond between a mother and her children. It was a story about hope, about finding light in the darkest places, and about the kindness that exists in the world, even in the strangest places. So, the mother cat and her kittens lived on, in the warmth of a loving home, where they would never have to face the dangers of the streets again. And the woman, who had opened her heart and her home to them, knew that she had been given a gift far greater than she could have ever imagined, a family and a love that would last a lifetime.
Thanks for joining Storytime English. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep learning through stories. See you next time.